Recording. All right. Hello, and thank you so much for joining us on this Tuesday afternoon. I know there's a lot going on the news and all over the country, and I really appreciate you being here and learning how our lives have been impacted and how we can further impact other lives. My name is Christina Potter. I'm coming to you from North Carolina, and we're here to talk about a beautiful company that's changing lives all over the world. And it has been doing so for over 18 years. And we're in almost 30 countries, I believe. I can't even think straight, sorry. But I know that we're spreading the gift of health. And because we're doing so, our company is growing by leaps and bounds. And whoever invited you to this Zoom cares about you enough and believes that you too deserve to live better, to feel better, to look better. I typically do a screen share, and I'm going to go ahead and attempt to do that. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Hopefully this time it works. It looks like it's working. So Isagenix. First of all, I want to let you guys know that we're a company based on integrity. So we stand behind our products 100%. If it's not right for the customer, it's not right for us. And it's a company that believes in improving people's lives. It doesn't matter what your background, it doesn't matter what your resume looks like, it doesn't matter what your bank account looks like. We believe that everyone deserves to live a better life. So once again, we've been established since 2002. We're family owned, operating in 26 global markets, nearly $8 billion in total sales since 2002. Guys, that's a lot of money. And you know what that means? That's a lot of lives that have been impacted. So we also have over 300 individuals that have earned over $1 million cumulatively. We do not have a financial story for you to share tonight, but I will kind of go in a little bit and explain a little more of that. Internationally trusted and respected, over 15 million given to charity, and journey to zero waste by 2028. We truly believe in just saving our planet, not just our lives. So what do? We make you, we make you, no, we don't make you do anything. we share the gift of health. And by you eating better, feeling better, looking better, moving better, you do better. So simply better together is what Isagenix stands for. So the next question I have for you is, are you living your ideal life, your best life? Just think about what your best life would look like. And a lot of us think about our dreams and goals and what a great life we have when we're kids, and we dream big. And then as we get older, our goals and our dreams kind of just go down, and you get stuck in this, oh, this is it, this is who I am. I've had so many kids, and I might have gained all this weight, and this is, a mom bod or a dad bod or whatever. And I have this career, and this is what I'm worth, and so on and so forth. Well, we're here to let you know that there is a better way. So here's just, we all have New Year resolutions, and New Year's coming up just around the corner. But what if you can get a head start and not have to wait until the New Year's, right? What was your New Year's resolution? What will be your 2021 resolution? Is it to lose weight, to improve your finances, to get a better job, to eat healthier, to manage your stress better? Eat better, feel better, look better, move better, do better, right? That's kind of what we do. And we are a company that's proven by science, backed by science. We are, we kind of combine the best of Western nutrition with the science that comes from the Eastern part of the world. The ancient wisdom is what I call it. So we have over 40 scientists working around the clock to make sure that the quality of our products are top notch. And like I said, if it's not good for the customer, it's not good for us. So I'm going to go ahead and start and introduce our first person. I think Dana has a really awesome introduction. Dana, would you unmute yourself and introduce Diane?
Let's get ready to rumble! Coming in the blue and green Isagenix corner tonight, we had Diane Popenoe. weighing in at just over 20 pounds lost in 6 weeks with her isogenics. Coming from my hometown of Sonoma, California, introducing Diane.
All right, Diane, where are you, beautiful? Let me stop the screen share. Thank you so much, Men of Steel, aka Dana, or Dana, aka Men of Steel. Could you unmute yourself, sweetie? Where are you? Please let us know what your journey with isogenics has been so far.
Okay, great. Hey, Dana, thanks for that introduction. About 2 years ago, I had hit a pretty high weight, and I saw Dana on Facebook, and I was I was really encouraged by what he was doing, and I contacted him then, thinking that I wanted to do this isogenics thing, but I wasn't really ready then. I was still living a pretty unhealthy life on like many levels. So 2 years ago in September, I quit drinking. And that was like my first primary goal, to start to get my life and my health back together. And then I made a goal to quit smoking at the beginning of this year. And I quit smoking in, I believe, March. And then I thought I couldn't gain any more weight, but I did. So I hit a gigantic weight of 203 pounds, which just made me freak out. Like, I'm too short to be that fat. So I called Dana and I told him that I wanted to start isogenics. Like, I'd seen his story and I'd seen his daughter, and I just figured if he could do it, I could do it. So I started in September, and it's kind of blown my mind because I didn't expect it to be so easy. I think I've told Dana a couple of times that I feel like this program was made like specifically for me, because I'm the type of person, when I put my mind to something, I'll do it, but I really need some like really specific stuff that's actually going to work. And I started seeing my results like within the first week when I was doing that 11-day flush. Like, the pounds were just falling off me, and I was starting to see like a difference in the way I looked, but my energy level, and like the way that my body felt, like less pain and inflammation. And so it's been really easy for me to incorporate exercise more than I was too. Like, I've actually started doing exercise, which is something I didn't really think I was going to. But I feel really healthy. I feel really good. I was able to go on vacation a week ago to visit my kids in San Diego, and I was terrified that, like, I was gonna like gain a bunch of weight back. So I made a goal for myself to come back the same weight. I didn't care about losing, but as long as I didn't gain an ounce. And it worked. Apparently, just being on isogenics long enough to sort of retrain my eating habits and my thinking habits, I came back and I was literally the exact same weight, which was, to me, felt like, I mean, that's like the biggest thing ever. So I was super happy. Yes, that's about it. I mean, I just look forward to continuing on with this journey, because like, I just feel like I'm going to have the ultimate success that I want. I still want to lose like probably 50 more pounds. I don't really know. I'll know when I get there. I'll know when I see it, but I think that by next year, I'm going to be doing some pretty cool things fitness wise too. I can already feel like my knees feel better and my ankles feel better. And I'm going to be on TikTok, like dancing, embarrassing my children, doing stuff like that. So, yeah, I guess that's about it. Thank you. And thanks, Dana, for sharing this with me.
Thank you so much for your share. And I can only imagine how much better you felt, not only to, lose that weight and have that extra energy, but to, to know that you can go on vacation, see kids, and then like come home and you're like, oh, I didn't gain it all back and then some, right? Have you tried other, have you tried other weight loss programs in the past?
I mean, kind of yes and no. Not really any food plans or anything like with shakes or anything, but I tried the easy way. Like, I tried those keto pills. Those don't work. Those don't work at all. In fact, I think I gained 15 pounds on those because I was like, cool, I have these pills. And then I was like, I'm going to eat extra ice cream. So no, I really haven't. Back before I gained all this weight, before I moved to Indiana, I used to be in really good shape. I lived in Santa Cruz, and I walked every single day. And I had no car, so I walked to the grocery store to get my groceries. So I was in great shape. But then I had this surgery that threw my body off. And then I moved to Indiana where it's just snowy. And the only thing that gave me comfort was food. So I ended up putting on like 45 pounds in like a year and a half. It was crazy. So, yeah.
I can totally relate to that. Well, first of all, congratulations on all of that, on being a quitter on the right things, if I can say that, right? Like people always associate the word quit with something negative, but when you quit bad habits, it becomes a positive, right? And that's not an easy task. So you've taken 2020 has taken you to a whole new level, and I'm so proud of you, and it's inspiring on so many ways. And I can totally relate. I lived in California and I worked at the gym, and I was in shape, and then I moved to North Carolina, and a few months later I was like, where did all this 20 pounds come from? Like all this Southern food, all this, I walked into the local gym and it was like the size of my living room. I'm like, where's the rest of it? I was used to like the 40,000 square foot facility in California. And then I'm like, yeah, no, not doing this. So I can totally understand that. But I cannot wait to see your journey, to follow you on your journey and have you back here, because I know you have such amazing coaches. And I love the fact that we're all part of one team. And that's the beauty of this company. And we're working together. You're doing this for yourself, but not by yourself. Yet Dana has to say something. All right, Dana, what is it?
I just wanted to say, she texted me one day and said, Dana, I feel like this isogenic system you guys have was created just for me. And she's not the first person that I've heard that from. I hear that repeatedly from different people, but it really touched my heart because you could hear the sincerity and the joy in her voice, as I read that, because I hear her on the phone all the time talking about, wow, this is perfect. It's simple. I feel like they created this just for me.
Wait, no, it was created just for me. I don't know. Don't take that by hand. It was all.
And she hit that magic number. She's in her sixth week now. And I told her, you're going to hit after your 30 days. People are going to start approaching you and asking you, girl, what are you doing? And it's happened. So tomorrow she's going to be working on enrolling 2 people because now she's learning how to share. And she says people are coming to her and asking her what she's doing. So she'll get the next level of what this program can provide, which is the ability to share this great program with other people.
And impacting lives. And that's the beauty of it. I mean, you start eating the products for free and beyond. And all you're doing is you're just sharing your results, and you're being a walking billboard. And my favorite thing that people have asked me in the past, and I've been doing this for a while, they're like, is this legal? Like, what's in it, and is it legal? Right? Because you go from being this tired, exhausted, like brain fog, just unhealthy and unhappy person, to like, all right, what else are we going to do? What are we going? What are we doing? Right? I mean, you can't explain it, and you don't realize how bad you really feel until you start feeling great. And then people start noticing that. So I love it. And it's the simplicity of the system. It's totally doable. And it's just, all it does is it aids our body in detoxifying. It aids our body in fueling it with the right nutrition. And when your body has what it needs, it's going to do what it's supposed to be doing. So there's no magic pill. There's no, it takes work. You have to stick to the program, and you're living proof. And so is Mr. Men of Steel and everybody else on this team and people we've had here all the time. So thank you so much, Diane. And thank you, Men of Steel, for, for inviting her here, for nominating her, because she's truly a difference maker. And it doesn't matter if you've been doing this for a week, or if you've been doing this for a year or 10 years. And you understand, and you see the difference that one system can do to your life. And just buckle up, girl, because it only gets better. For sure. So thank you so much. If you don't mind, go ahead and mute yourself. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen really quick. I'm going to go ahead and show you this one more time. I mean, come on, guys. This is since September. Like, she's melting away in a good way, right? So what does isogenics do? I mean, like I said, it's backed by science. We've been tested against the heart healthy diet, you know, say scientifically proven. We our program release you get to release you know, from our studies we found that you get two times more weight loss, 78% more fat loss, and you 2% more lean muscle retention. I mean, who doesn't want better muscles, less fat, and, you know, obviously less weight? Um, most people do. So with that being said, I'm going to introduce our next speaker, and this beautiful lady, she is going to be sharing with you the healthy aging. Because, you know, as we age, our muscle mass decreases, our energy levels, you know, we get all kinds of stereotypical things that, you know, when you get old, this and this and this and you going downhill. Well, we found the fountain of youth. If, you know, if Karen's picture doesn't say it, I don't know what will. You know, she's a loving mother and wife. She has a 16-year-old daughter, if I remember correctly, and she's had 25 years experience in the film industry training animals, and that's why all these beautiful animal pictures from her younger age, younger years. And she's only been with our program since May, so I cannot wait for you guys to hear her story and see what Isogenics has done for her. So where are you, beautiful? There you are.
Right here.
Tell us what Isogenics has done for you, baby.
Okay, I'm excited to finally be on the Zoom, and it's more than just a spectator. So thank you for having me. As you just saw, I feel like I was 12 in those pictures. Oh my gosh, those were a while ago. But I was an animal trainer, like you said, for 25 years. And during that time, I was also a spokesperson for a rather large pet food company. And I got to travel all over the country, teaching people about cat health and how to train cats and all these things. And it was my dream. It was my everything I ever wanted in a career. Anybody else old enough to watch Johnny Carson, know who Joan Embry was? Yay, okay, so I'm not the only senior here on healthy aging. That's who I wanted to be. I wanted to be Joan Embry, right? On Johnny Carson with the cheetah and the animals. And I was just so super blessed that I got to do that for a long time. And then once I had my daughter, I wanted to just kind of stay local. If you know anything about the industry, you travel a lot. A lot of filming is in Canada or out of the country. It's not just always in Hollywood. So I was sticking local so I could be home with her. I had a high-risk pregnancy, so I knew I was only going to have the one shot at being a mom. And so I wanted to stay home with her as much as I could. And I saw the industry starting to take a change that I didn't like. It's getting harder to get jobs, harder to keep those hours. You had to have union hours to keep your insurance. I was losing my health insurance because I wasn't keeping the hours, because I wasn't willing to travel because I wanted to be home with my kid. So you start thinking, oh, wow, this dream career, what am I going to do? You know? And meanwhile, my husband is from North Dakota. So he's like, well, let's move back. Let's move back. I'm like, no, I'm not a snow girl. I really dragged my feet for a long time. My family, my career, my friends were all in California. Long story short, I'm here. We moved in 2014. So I feel you on the weather thing. It does make a difference when you're used to being outside all the time. I was working with animals, on my feet, active, and all of a sudden, it's no joke. There aren't enough layers at minus 30 to go outside and do anything. There aren't enough layers for this girl to go out and go walk her dog. This was not going to happen. So I had a career change. So now here I am, my almost 50, and I was going from being active to sitting in front of a computer all day as a technical assistance provider. I work for a nonprofit now. So I'm either in front of the computer all day or in my car driving. My entire territory is the state of North Dakota. So sitting on my hiney, the weather, and also the weather, I don't know about you, but it makes you want to curl up and watch TV and do nothing. I wasn't like a depressed person, but you don't want, I have a treadmill, I have an exercise bike, but I didn't want to be on it. It was cold for some reason. You just don't want to. Then, sorry guys, I'm going to say the M word, menopause. Then menopause happens and all this. Hello, all of a sudden I have this, you know the movie Alien, what's this alien on my abdomen below my belly button, the squishy thing? It was never there before. So you ask the doctor, like, oh yeah, dear, you're getting older. It's just menopause. Okay, great. So I lived with it, named it Muffin, figured that's the way it goes. So here I am. So now I'm thinking, okay, I guess I'm just going to have to live with this weight creeping on. And I also looked up the average woman, it says here, gains approximately 12 pounds during menopause. Yay. So we get to have that too. Then last year, every year I go in, I'm a good girl, go for my little healthy aging checkup, get our mammogram, go in for that colonoscopy or colon cancer checkup. That's always fun. You have your little health panel. I won't go into other female details, but I'm told you have high blood pressure and high cholesterol. You get to go on meds. I'm like, nope, I'm not doing it. I'll lose it. I'll lose the weight. I'll do what I have to. I'm not going on them. Of course, they never mentioned lose weight. They never mentioned exercise. They just wanted to hand me some pills. 6 months later, guess what? Not a pound. My blood pressure was still the same. I cut out the caffeine. I was drinking, like hibiscus tea, doing everything I could to lower my blood pressure on the treadmill, even though it's minus 30 outside. And mind you, I've always been a label reader. We've never been soda drinkers. We're not sitting around eating ding dongs and Doritos. Just life. I am a working mom. I am guilty of pre-prepared foods at times because I don't have time to sit and prep and cut things up when I work 12 hours a day. I just don't. I'm getting better at that, but not something I've always done. And now I'm going to flash back. My friend Kimberly Abram, God bless you for being so patient. She told me about isogenics 4 years ago, you guys. 4 years ago. I had every excuse you guys have all heard. Too much money, no time. I like the products I'm on right now. I'm good. I can do it myself. So then last April, as you guys probably know, she and Michael really started sharing again. And finally, I was like, you know what? I think after the 6 months of realizing that my body had changed, I couldn't do it myself. And I have my 16-year-old daughter. As a mom, it breaks your heart. She's always been 90th percentile height, weight, everything. She's a big girl. And it's frustrating because, again, I'm not buying the ding dongs and the soda and the Doritos and whatever, but I worried about her health. So I said, Katie, will you do this with me? I need an accountability. Mom needs an accountability partner. I put it on me. And she's like, oh, absolutely. And I know it's about healthy aging, but I'm going to give her kudos. She's lost 40 pounds, you guys. She's lost 40 pounds, right? Proud mama right here. And she totally shares with her friends. Nobody's like, signed up yet because they're all like 16 years old, but she's all like, yay. She even wrote an English paper on isogenics. But anyway, so she's, a lifer. Anyway, but my first goal was I just wanted to get back down to the weight I was when I moved out here. And I did that. I just wanted to get my blood pressure back down to where I didn't go on meds. And I did that. Disclaimer, we do not diagnose, prevent, treat, or cure disease. But if you lose the weight, guess what happens? Your blood pressure goes down. So next month is going to be my checkup. I'm expecting my cholesterol should be down too, although that runs in my family, so it's not going to be perfect. But I'm not done yet. Even though this girl's in her 50s, I still want to go down another pant size at least, get that blood pressure down even more. I'm still working on the alien. Menopause muffin is no joke. Lord, you have a sense of humor. Is all I can say about that. So we're working on it. And with age, you get more aches and pains. I'm lucky a lot of my friends in the industry with animals, you trash your back, your knees, your body, your heart. I mean, Kimberly's told you it does a number. I've been really lucky. I didn't have that issue, but I do have neck pain and knee pain and stuff from all those years. It's not perfect, but it's better than it was, definitely. I'm not quite back to running anymore, but I can get on that treadmill without my knees hurting. So that's awesome. Funny sidebar, husband, total skeptic, okay? We were doing this shake thing. Guess we wanted to try some shakes in August. So, now he also has chronic lymphocytic leukemia, is a chronic meat and potato guy. Totally toe dips, doesn't even do the whole program, just some shakes and stuff. Goes in for his oncology checkup. He's down 12 pounds and his numbers are almost close to normal, where his doctor is like, I don't know what you're doing, but I don't need to see you for 9 months. And he was supposed to start chemo last summer. Again, we don't diagnose, prevent, treat, or cure disease, but the only difference was the fact that he drank, he didn't even cleanse, you guys, which I'm not condoning cleanse, but I'm just, he's just kind of still the skeptic a little bit. But at least now he did, I think, was it his first one? I think it was his first cleanse day last Wednesday. So he's coming around. He's starting to kind of become a believer. But, you know, getting older, it's no joke. A lot of my brothers, sisters, family members are fighting cancer. My uncle and just he had prostate cancer, like similar to Michael. And he's been fighting that. And a sister-in-law with breast cancer. And my dad, when he passed away, had multiple heart attacks and strokes. And we got to take care of ourselves. And you're never too old to start doing that and prevent all that from happening. And we have so many great products for, you know, heart health and immune boost and our vitamins and all these things that, you know, I think it's just the best thing we can do for healthy aging. And I hope my story has kind of inspired some people to take on that challenge, even in your 50s. Help your family, you know, stick with it, even though they're totally skeptical. They'll come around because they'll see you and your daughter losing weight, and it's not a shake thing. And
you're definitely,
you know,
you're definitely living proof that you can teach an old dog new tricks.
There's no dog.
Pun intended. Pun intended.
Pun is intended.
You know? I mean, as in, like, you were the trainer and, you know, you had to teach. So now it's the trainer became the trained, so to speak, right?
Unfortunately, you know, I used a clicker when I trained my animals, and you can't clicker train a husband. But I could at least, you know, give him some shakes and stuff and try to, maybe, I don't know, it hasn't worked yet. Maybe mine's just not trainable. But
maybe your clicker
see you,
needs new
Cowboy Bob.
Maybe it's time to change the batteries on your clicker. No, I'm just kidding. We do not condone clicking your husband or your children in any way, shape, or form. No. Thank you so much. And Karen, you don't have to doubt it. Your story will definitely inspire. And I love the humor, and I love the you know, the whole, you know, the menopausal muffin, right? My doctor actually told me that I was going through menopause before I started isogenics, and I was in my 30s. And he basically says, get used to it. This is what your life's going to be like. I'm like, no. And I that's when I started searching. So the fact that you've said yes, and you've, you know, even after 4 years of saying no, it's a beautiful, it's just proof that, you know, Kimberly, just like all of us, we don't give up on people we care about and people we love, because we know without a doubt that this can change lives. And you're living proof. Diane's living proof. We're all here, and every Tuesday we have stories of people that have transformed and made a difference in their lives. And you know, I wish we could have like scheduled it where we had your daughter and she could share from her 16-year-old perspective, but maybe one day we'll have her on here as well. I truly believe that when you give your body what it needs, it does what it's supposed to. And 98, and I mean, and this is, you know, not me just throwing numbers out there, but I've talked to so many doctors and scientists, and they said 98% of diseases are due to mineral deficiencies. And so our food is nutritionally bankrupt. So what happens to your body, what happened to my body, what happened to Diane's body and everybody's body, that's all that happens. It's like you have, and I use this example a lot, it's like you have a car. I mean, you can have a freaking Ferrari, but if you don't have oil, and if you don't have gas, and if you don't have brakes, you're not going anywhere, right? So what Isogenics does, it gives you all of the parts that your body needs to function and to you know, run the track and do what it's supposed to. And it's never too late. It's definitely never too late. I mean, I know we have people that are like in their 80s and 90s that, you know, are starting. I know we have a gentleman that's his family's made over $60 million with Isogenics, which to me, that all it means is that he's changed a lot of lives because our company just is super generous every time you share with your loved ones. And he started when he was in his 70s, and he was a butcher, and he had all kinds of pains and aches, and he couldn't, I don't know if you know his story, but he couldn't function as a butcher anymore, and he needed something else, and he started Isogenics, and he started different companies prior, and they didn't work. And then when Isogenics came around, he's transformed his health, his body, his family, just like you are. And you're very fortunate to have Kimberly to love you so much. And I know without a doubt that you're gonna, I always tell people, pay it forward. Somebody loved you enough to tell you, you deserve to tell your other loved ones to do the same. And the reason being is we're on a mission to impact the world's health. We're on a mission to change lives. So why not yours? Why not your neighbors? Why not your best friends? Why not your cousin, your uncle, your sister, your mother? And I know you threw out there a lot of different medical conditions and medical terms, but guys, before you use this, check with your doctor if you have any kind of conditions. We're not, like she said, we're not treating, curing, or doing anything, but we have seen on our own bodies the ability to improve and to feel better, to look better, to just do better, only because we have put in the right oil and the right brake fluid and the right transmission fluid. And we've rotated our tires, however you want to say it. I just feel like the car analogy is very, what's the word I'm looking for? Relatable, because we all know, and we all do tune-ups on our cars. Like, I always ask people, I'm like, when was the last time you did a tune-up on your car? And like, oh, like so many miles ago. I'm like, when was the last time you did a tune-up on your body? Right? And what happened to your body? What happened to Diane's body? What was happening to my body, or Kimberly's, or Cowboy Bob's, or Dana's? That's all it means, that we haven't had our tune-up. And Isogenics goes in there, and it just, like, it supports the body. You were mentioning the cleanse. I mean, we guys, get back to the person that invited you here. They will tell you more about the different products. It's not just a shake. It's not just the cleanse. It's a whole system. And we always try to do things ourselves. And I watched a TED Talk earlier today, and it really hit home, because when you're a doctor, for example, or you have a career, you get out of school and you go and you have your job, and you know it all, you do it all, right? But as an athlete, what do? You hire a coach, right? You have a coach for your entire athletic career and then some, right? We are here to coach you. We are here to support you. We're here to be your cheerleaders, your coaches on the sideline, and just cheer you on and make sure that whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, whether you're trying to improve your health, your body, or your bank account, or your family relationships, or whatever it is, we're not counseling. No, I just mean, I know from my experience, when I don't have my ionics, my relationship with my 5 children is not at its best. That's all I'm saying. I don't know how I raised 5 kids without ionics, but my kids can tell when I don't have it. So what if there was a thing that you can, do every morning that will improve your mood? It will help you be more patient. It will help you be more understanding, more clear-minded, right? What if you can keep up with your kids or your animals, or your spouse, instead of just, it's like, oh, I'm too old for this. I'm too old for this. I'm too old for this. I'm too old for this is not an excuse any longer, not when you have products that can change that. So with that being said, guys, I want to be respectful of everybody's time. I appreciate you being here. Karen, your story is super inspiring. I cannot wait to follow your journey and, hear how your husband's body and life has transformed as well. Maybe we'll just have a family. We can have a family Zoom, like how the whole family got transformed. I think Kimberly's over there cheering us on and agreeing with us. So, I mean, we've seen it, Dana and his daughter, and, everybody in his family is doing it. So we've seen that. So guys, get back to the person that invited you. They invited you here. You found out that there is a solution for things that you might have not known. We've all searched for things. We all look, especially now more than ever, for ways to improve our health, or to improve our bank account, or to just be part of a team. you know, and maybe it's not for you. Maybe you know somebody else that can relate to Karen. Maybe you know somebody else that can relate to Diane. Maybe you know somebody else that can relate to the stories you hear on here. So why don't you refer them to the person that invited you here? Because they have the answer and they will be able to help you on your journey. And the beauty of it all, it's you get your sexy back or you get your money back. Like there is no, you're losing nothing. You're going to your favorite restaurant, so to speak, and you're eating for 30 days. And if you don't lose the weight or gain the muscle or whatever your goal might be, if you don't feel amazing, then they'll be like, okay, we'll give you your money back. How many of you would go to your favorite restaurant if that was the case, right? This is it. This is our favorite restaurant. This is our restaurant of choice. And we invite you to dine with us, right? Online, delivered to your door, convenient, healthy, proven by science, in altogether the best you know, it was made for me. I know Diane said it was made for her. I know Karen will probably say it was designed for her. I think it was designed for me, and why not for you, right? So thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you, and I will see you again next week.